How war in Europe is redefining Nigeria's national security. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we put hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. From the growing possibility of running an unprecedented budget deficit in 2022 caused by rising oil prices and the accompanying receipt for fuel subsidies to dangers posed by a shortage of wheat used to make bread, spaghetti and noodles, the war between Russia and Ukraine is taking a toll on Nigeria, its national security and that of other countries. The African Union, led by its chairman Macky Sall, the president of Senegal, on Friday condemned Russia's attack on Ukraine and called for an immediate ceasefire, saying the situation risks escalating into planetary conflict. Sall and chair of the African Union Commission, Moussa Faki Mohamed, in a joint statement expressed extreme concern by the invasion, urging Russia to respect international laws, the territorial integrity and national sovereignty of Ukraine. The AU leader said the very serious and dangerous situation should be resolved via political negotiations overseen by the United Nations. Similarly, Nigeria, the most populous African country and the continent's biggest economy, also expressed condemnation and asked Russia to withdraw troops and maintain status quo. Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Godfrey Onyema, who summoned the Russian ambassador Alexei Shcherbashin and his Ukrainian counterpart Kidodia Valery, expressed the displeasure of the Nigerian government at the invasion, even as he expressed solidarity with Ukraine. The Nigerian government also said it will align with the United Nations on any sanctions on Russia. Nigeria, along with 27 other African countries, recently voted at the United Nations to condemn Russia's invasion of Ukraine, while most of the remaining countries on the continent abstained. However, the position of the African Union on this escalating conflict may have been hasty judging by what Nigerian experts in international relations and conflicts have said. In consideration as the fact that the war in Ukraine is coming at a time Russia is trying to increase its influence in Africa by propping up rogue regimes, which is already having a destabilizing effect on the continent. According to Livingstone Uweche, an international constitutional law expert, Nigeria and the AU do not really have a dog in the fight and therefore should rather call for diplomacy rather than the outright condemnation of Russia, as Africa may lose by taking position against Russia. He said, the government of Nigeria has to be careful with statement and stance on this crisis in Ukraine because Nigeria has taken side and it is not safe for the future of Nigeria and not safe for the future of Africa, for the AU and the Nigerian government to condemn Russia. What they should have done is to stand in the middle and push for peaceful resolution of the dispute and not to take side, as though we have any particular interest in Ukraine. There is a history to this crisis, and as much as we condemn war, we must not be seen as enemies of any of the warring parties. We should be seen as advocates for global peace without any trace of taking side, because that will put us in a very dangerous middle. He reminded Nigeria and AU that Russia stood to defend Africa against colonialism, giving the continent maximum support in its quest for freedom from imperial shackles. He warned African leaders to be wary, even as he argued that much as the US and NATO allies have slammed multiple sanctions on Russia, they are still reliant on Russian oil and gas. The irony of this is, while America is showing a measure of hostility in terms of their position, they still made their decision that they will not come out openly to fight Russia. That is why they refuse to declare a no-fly zone till today. So if Africa misfires at this time, the global economy will work against our interest and economic growth, because America will always negotiate at all times to protect its own interest. We should not be in a haste to run into crossfire of this crisis and end up becoming casualties, he added. Nigeria government, have you heard? Even me, have been saying they should throw the part of peace. A word is sure enough for the wise. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.